Hello, it is me. I'm making another video where I talk about something for a few minutes and no one's gonna watch it, but I'm used to that by now. And as if you can kind of tell, I sound a bit different because I got a new mic, which is the first time you're all hearing it now here, because I've been using it on other places, but enough about me advertising where the hell I've been with the other stuff with that. Yesterday was very eventful, wasn't it, kids? The Down the Mine pilot. After all these years, it is something. And before I jump into the pilot itself, let's talk about what we've had so far. The 80th has been very promising. I will admit that. I have been a little bit doubtful. There has been, obviously, a bit of promise with the Thomas brand throughout this year alone in particular, especially kind of at the tail end. Even in the world of All Engines Go, the merchandise looks a bit more decent, which I've already said twice in videos, but I'm pretty sure me just saying that out loud, everyone's going to be there like, are you sure about that? But I don't care. This is my channel, this is what we're watching, and this is my sleepover. But with obviously the new merchandise that has planned to be released sometime later on this year, even though some of it has escaped in some territories, like the new Trackmaster stuff, but we've not seen any of the new push-along diecasts out in the wild, because they look very promising, but although I am a little bit concerned that this is what's here right now, especially the diecasts in particular, which I've not seen a load of people talk about, just 4 characters and 2 variants, which is a little bit concerning, but knowing if this does well, we'll probably get more. And as a diecast man, as you can kind of see from a few videos, shameless advertising, but it is a little bit concerning that Sheen, this is the 7th week in a row you've made a new Thomas diecast line where there's little to no rolling stock. And I've already complained about that, obviously, before, in the previous All Engines Go diecast videos, but yeah. All the new merchandise that we're seeing, it looks nice, it looks promising, although some are a little bit obviously proportioned or retooled a little bit from the All Engines Go stuff, but I don't know why we're really complaining about this, because we could just modify ourselves. We could do it ourselves. We could do it in our own vision. I forgot what the range is called, where it's like different Thomases with different expressions. One of them's the O-Face. They did the meme. They did the merch meme. Yes, I want that. And even we've got Grandad, obscure Thomas character in the Big 25, getting merch. Get on your game, Backman. Like, as much as your stuff is looks nice, the set looks very concerning, especially when Tomica is stepping up their game with their obviously 80th anniversary Thomas, which looks nice. I'll say that now. But enough about me talking about merchandise that looks nice, and I won't get all of it because I don't want to abuse my wallet. The Down the Mine pilot, and in general, this year has been a very good year for pilots for shows that have been lost to time but have been found. This year in particular, like earlier this year, we had the Family Guy pilot, which only half of it has been around for oh so long, until the full thing was found just randomly sitting on someone's portfolio for 2 or 3 years. But it was nice to finally see it in full, and then earlier this week there was the Jimmy Two Shoes pilots, which has been wondering to hell and back if we'll ever see that, and it was just found, not really found, I mean, you could tell I've not scripted this. It was found, goddammit, it just showed up at the creator's doorstep. Someone just mailed it anonymously to him, and there we go, the pilot. And then, as for, obviously, the subject of the video, which, 5 minutes in, which I should have been talking about, the Down the Mine pilot, the Thomas pilot, the pilot that we've all been wanting to see for God knows how long. They just said, okay, here you go. And it is good. It is very good. And I think just for the one person in the corner who does not know, is it Kickstarted Thomas as we know today? Well, not now, but it's slowly getting its roots back, kind of, I don't know. It hasn't been seen since the 80s, and we've only seen like 1 or 2 pictures surface over the years, and a lot of information and documents and all that stuff coming out over the years. And especially the last 5 years now, more stuff has kind of developed. Like, we got some more info. Another picture spawned out of nowhere in the most glorious, blurry, Rice crispy potato quality known to man. And then here we are today with the pilot in 4K, just high quality 4K. Yes, my son. And it was something, because I think we all had this, where I was when this was real. Simple, I was in bed, I woke up, saw notifications and looked around. Even my own sister messaged me if I was aware of this, and obviously myself, everyone else watching, and the Thomas fandom in general, we all just sat there and just said to ourselves, wait, the Down the Mine pilot is actually real? And yeah, it's actually real. It's in the wild. It's been 24 hours, and I think it's nearly at 200k. Like, nearly at 200k by the time of me recording this. And it is very impressive that we've got this far, and I think massive props to Ian McHugh going out of his way to find this and make this possible. Like, props to him. I mean, although he'll obviously never see this in the sea of videos of Thomas fans going, oh, the pilot's here, or criticising the show itself. In my opinion of Ian McHugh, I will admit this, I was a little bit doubtful of him, especially in like the All Engines Go period, where he was very silent, if that makes sense. But it is very clear he has interacted with a few Thomas fans just for like minor bits and pieces, nothing useless. Just, you know, if you know, you know. Like, you've seen like all of like the Thomas Furious videos where pardon me, I'm coughing over, with some like the useful information, like obviously the season 21 situation and all that. Yeah, I was a bit doubtful of Ian, but seeing that he's managed to pull this off for us all, like, massive props to Ian McHugh and all the people that behind it that's managed to restore it. And I'm pretty sure, and it obviously has been rumoured that the pilot is in Mattel's archives, like in storage, and then few years later, like, here we are. Now, my thoughts on the pilot. It is nice to see new footage. I wouldn't call it new, like, obviously. Seeing something new from Model Thomas after oh so long is something of a feat. Especially the way some bits are shot and all that, and how different some of the models look. But not fully different, but like, Thomas Neal looks identical, obviously a few details are missing. But Gorn's model, we've seen it, like, that one image, like the oldest image known to man. And now we got a proper look of it in good crispy quality. High quality, I mean, good old high quality. Along with footage that we did see in the final episode, like obviously the close-ups of Topham and all the other stuff, which obviously we've all speculated that it was from the pilot, especially when it was reused in the finalized version of the episode. And also the fact that, and in my opinion, I feel like some of the stuff we see in the pilot version of Down the Mine, which we didn't see in the final cut, like the ground giving way, or some other shots, I kind of wish they were kept in, or just reused, but hey ho, like, even shots alone, like, the fact they managed to replicate it beat for beat is something. And I've not seen anyone else mention this, but the set for the mines, it oddly looks more one-to-one with the illustrations than the mines that we see in the final episode, which I find very interesting. And also the fact, like, even throughout thing, you could kind of tell they were learning stuff as they go along. Like, they gain like little white dots in their pupils, and also all the close-up shots, like the buffer shots, the winch that they've went out of their way to build but didn't use in the final one, which is shocking to me. I'll say that now. Also, Pilot Gordon's running board looks like a slide. You can slide down that thing. Who knows? I'll make my own Pilot Gordon model because I kind of like how weirdly shaped it is. Yeah, it's. I know I'm just waffling, but because you can tell this isn't scripted, but it is nice to finally see this after oh so long of either being rumored, teased, or the funny fake shit posts. But hey, it's nice it's out in the open, and although they're not here to see this, like obviously Wilbur Awdry, the man that obviously brought these characters to life in the books, is sadly not here to see this. David Mitton, the original director, is not here to see this after passing away like back in 2008, and Wilbur Awdry back in 97? I think it was 97 or 98. And obviously, especially Brit herself, the woman that kind of made all of this possible. Because just a reminder to everyone out there, and people who don't know, Brit mortgaged her house twice to fund the pilot, and I think the rest of season 1, I could be wrong, and the rest of season 1, I could be wrong, and the fact that we get to see the pilot again after oh so long, like, sadly she's obviously not here to see it herself after learning she passed away last year, and then it being publicly known earlier this year. It's kind of sad. Like, she would have loved this. And I think the other things I can also say about the pilot is it is nice to see actual footage, model footage, in nice, clean quality, and it makes you realize that all the other stuff we've seen, yeah, this is not in good quality. Like, just hope they actually have the scans, like the film reels of all the other seasons. I just hope they still have that lying around, and please, just, I would like a good old season 1 to 3 restoration, please, because the DVD restorations have truly shown their age. But the one thing I feel like that's obviously addressed is they do use footage from the final episode of Down the Mine to obviously fill in the gaps, because obviously some of the footage has sadly gotten lost over time, which it's kind of expected, especially when we've kind of seen ourselves that in the DVD restorations and so forth that some of the footage obviously doesn't match. And I think I do recommend like both Nick Starwind and Unlucky Tug's video as a look at the footage comparisons and so on and so forth. But hey, it's what you can do with. It's kind of a shame, but at least we've managed to see all of the pilot in full, even if some of the footage sadly got lost over time. But yeah, thank God we've finally see this thing in full after oh so long. And this is the part where I stopped rambling because I realised I've nearly gone on for oh so long. But yeah, my thoughts on the pilot, it is nice. It is really nice to see it. And I think obviously massive props to obviously Ian McHugh himself, along with all the people that helped to bring the restoration to life. And Godspeed to Britt Allcroft herself. Like, although she's no longer with us, she would have loved to see this. And yeah, that's all I can really say. Hope you enjoy me rambling on for God knows how long. I should be working on my video for the 80th, but I don't think I'll get it out on time, but oh well. Anyways, I hope you all are having a lovely day, and yeah, I'll see you all when my next video is done.
Right you are, said Thomas. Good, that's settled, mumbled Gordon. And buffer to buffer, the Allies puffed home.